Aloha, friends. Welcome back to 13 Nights of Tiki Frights. I am Gabe from the Search for Tiki. Thank you for joining me throughout the month of October for all these live interviews with artists in the Tiki community. It's a celebration of Tiki culture during the spookiest season of the year. Guys, I do want to give a shout out to everybody that has purchased a Catable Tiki mug in the past 24 hours. Thank you so much. I do want to say inventory is low, so if you're thinking about getting a Catable Tiki mug, make sure you go to the searchfortiki.com and pick one of these guys up. This is one of the ways that the Search for Tiki website can stay free and accessible to Tiki enthusiasts around the world. It's through our mug sales. And the mug sales also help fund 13 Nights of Tiki Frights and all the giveaways and things that we do. So if you like our channel, consider buying our latest limited edition cocktail mug, Catable. Inventory is low. The other way that we pay for 13 Nights of Tiki Frights is we get sponsors like Plantation Rum. Thank you to Plantation Rum for sponsoring 13 Nights of Tiki Frights, the 13 cocktails, all the mug giveaways that we do. We couldn't do it without Plantation Rum. We also couldn't do it without Tiki Farm. Holden Westland was on our show earlier this month, and he's been a huge supporter of the Search for Tiki website since day one. So go check out that video. Tiki Farm is the world's largest manufacturer of high-end cocktail mugs. And then, of course, Dawn the Beachcomber is coming back in a big way, the legit Dawn the Beachcomber brand. They've announced a phased opening of multiple locations starting in Florida over the next couple years. We did get to talk to Marie King about what the new Dawn the Beachcomber looks like, and it's some really exciting stuff. So make sure you check out that video with Marie King as well. Tonight, we're going to be announcing the winner of this Zombie Bellhop cocktail mug. This is a limited edition mug. I believe it's sold out. But it's from Lost Temple Traders, and they make really cool cocktail mugs all the time, and they also sponsored this giveaway. So give some love to Lost Temple Traders. You can go to losttempletraders.com and buy some mugs. Hopefully you win this one, but stick around to the end of the video when we announce the winner of the Zombie Bellhop mug. And then, guys, without further ado, our artist of the night is Candy. I'm super excited to talk to Candy. She's been drawing pinups and monsters and Tiki for years. She's one of my favorite artists. So without further ado, let's talk to Candy. What's good, Candy?
Hello. Sorry, that sounded weird.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us on 13 Nights of Tiki Frights. I'm super excited to chat with you and spend some time with you tonight.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I've been looking forward to this.
You're welcome. I don't know if that's entirely true.
Sure it is.
I think you, more than anyone else on the show, can relate to the fact that I am completely burnt out this October, as always, 13 Nights of Tiki Frights.
I was thinking
and
about
I imagine you're pretty burnt out too.
Yes. Actually, I was painting this morning, and I was like, I bet by the 24th, he is burnt out, because that's especially after I saw the interview list. I was like, this is a lot of fucking work.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. I feel.
But I'm not alone in that. You've got Candy's Hula-ween.
I know. Yes, it's so fun though. It's so fun, right? We enjoy all this. That's why we keep doing it, and it's a labor of love for sure. And happy to do it.
Are you like me, where every year at the end of it, you're like, okay, maybe never again, and then inevitably you do it, or you're just
no. I truly love the month of October. It's the only time of year where I get to paint all day, every day, and I get to watch horror movies the whole time I'm doing it. And by the 30, like I tell my husband every day that I'm ready to take a break, but honestly, I'll take it one day off and then I'll be right back to work again. So, I would like to think I'd like a vacation, but I'm one of those people. I really enjoy what I do.
I was just, I had the pleasure of going to Hawaii a month or so ago. Even on Hawaii, I was there like 2 weeks, right? And so you go to Kauai, the Garden Isle, because that's more relaxing than Oahu. But even there, you go there, and I'd go to the bay, Hanalei Pier, and for a couple of hours, and then I'm like, okay, like, what now? Because I can't chill.
Yep. I can't sit through a whole movie. I have to be doing something. I'm right there with you. relaxing. My husband tells me all the time that I need to relax, and I'm like, I don't know how. How does somebody do that? This is not how I roll.
So what we're looking at now, basically, well, I'll let you tell us,
Painting.
what is Candy's Hula-ween, and what are all of these drawings?
So I Hula-ween started all of this thing many years ago, and I love Halloween because monsters are one of my favorite things to paint, especially monster girls. And I was following all the other lists for years and years, and then I was doing a list called with Halloween, and then I was doing Kirsten Easthope used to make this really fun list, and she called it Drocktober. And we'd all Shauna Peterson. We had a bunch of folks that would chime in and and add to the prompt list. And then a couple years ago, I was like, we're way into the tiki stuff, and I really there wasn't enough of it for me. So a couple years ago, I decided I'd make my own list and give it a silly name like Hula-ween, because I love me some hula girls. And
no, I didn't
right?
know that.
I know, shocker, shock. And then I've just been doing it ever since. And I think this is my second or third. Forgive me, I should probably know how many years I've been doing it, but that's the brain fog, the brain fog of October. But it's having a little bit of control over what, like, they're things that I like, and I get to incorporate 80s horror movies and my coffins and hula girls, and it's kind of a little bit of everything smashed together. I will say that I kind of shot myself in the foot this year because my list is a little hard.
Oh no.
How do I fare a fish float? That was yesterday's. And
I mean, I guess that does ask the question, how do you choose the prompts for Candy's Hula-ween?
I make a list of things that just pop into my head. Like that last one was like lay me in my grave. I remember that one because I had so much fun with the lays. So much fun. So it's just, I really like, I'm sure you've noticed I enjoy puns and things that are silly and changing up, things that aren't, I like song titles and make them tiki or, monster or whatever. So anything that's like, can change the movie title. I'm losing my train of thought. It's happening already. It's already very strong drink that my husband made.
How many drinks did you have before this, Candy?
This is my first one, but it's very strong. Plantation. We're doing it.
Oh my God, this one. So this has got to be.
That's one of my favorites.
This. Did it start as a Hula-ween and then it just became like a big print?
Yes. So some of them I turn into prints. Some of them I actually turn into real paintings, because these are I consider all of these things. They don't take me more than half an hour, 45 minutes to do each. They're all very quick painting sketches. Yeah, so this one I actually would like to paint real in real life because it's funny, and I like his claw. I have a hard time with hands, so that one actually came out kind of okay.
I don't think you're alone in that. Everybody has a hard time with hands.
Hands are hard. There's like a Pixar did like an animation thing or a thing about with their animators how hard hands are. I don't remember. Sorry, that tangent. But yes, yeah, that one might end up being a real painting, but it ended up being a print because it was so popular.
It's got I think it's called Full Moon, right?
Yes,
or
that was
something of Full Moon. So that adds to the effect.
I know you gotta she's mooning him.
Yeah.
I mean, if any chance there's a butt, I'm in. That's
so when you're doing these prompts, you're like, okay, now how can I get a butt into this fish float?
You'd be surprised that doesn't even cross my mind. It just occurs.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's very natural.
It just occurs. Candy's brain. Butts and butts and butts.
But yeah, mostly the boobs, because the butt. My friend Ben Montes always says, I love how you can do like boobs and butts at the same time, because nobody does that. You can't. Well, not then. People's bodies don't do that. So he makes fun of me a little bit for that.
But you can do it in art. You can do it in art.
You know what? My girls are made of rubber. I just told someone that the other day. They're like, they're not very realistic, and I'm like, no shit. Why?
That's their first thought looking at these. It's not realistic. I think you're missing the point.
Like when I paint a skeleton, because it's so off. Like there's no possible way that could be someone's actual skeleton. It's just, I get a lot of funny comments from people. They're like, I love how her boobs are just the rib cage, and her legs don't make any sense, and and it's all cartoon theory, so it's silly. long femurs here for like pinup style, and there's all kinds of, or thighs, I should say, long thighs, femurs if you're enjoying bones. This drink is very strong. I'm so sorry.
Did you like as a kid? Were you obsessed with cartoons and stuff?
Oh yes. My sixth grade, I remember clearly. In sixth grade, I had to do a full report, like the first big report about what I wanted to be when I grew up, and we had to pick someone, and I chose Walt Disney without hesitation. Like he was like my dude. He is, everyone loves Walt Disney, but I love Disneyland, but I really, really love Walt Disney. He's been an inspiration to me my whole life. I've read as many books about him as I can. I actually went to school for animation. My dream in life was to grow up and make cartoons. And I dropped out of art school because I'm smart. Well, they were phasing out of the traditional program. And so they were putting me way heavy on a computer, and I was out. And, at that point, right when I was about to, give up on that, I had met a friend of ours introduced me to Piz, and then I kind of went a completely different direction, which is good and bad. And I had an interview to work on a cartoon for Cartoon Network a couple years ago, and I bombed it. So bummed, but I think I'm where I need to be. So that's why, yeah.
Sometimes that's come up a couple times in this show. Scooter was on the show earlier this month, and he was a Disney animator, and he, obviously Disney animation closed.
Yes.
So even you get your dream job, right, as a Disney animator, and then the movies end. So
yep. It's a tough thing to. It's a tough place in work environment. And I don't think I'm sure that broke his heart. You can finish your your sentence. Sorry.
My sentence? Oh. No, I was just going to say, when one door closes, another one opens.
Exactly.
Because he's doing a very, very cool shit today. And he wouldn't do that if he was still stuck at the grind, cranking out Disney movies.
I feel the same way. And Piz used to tell me, go to school. And I was like, I'm in school. I'm in school right now. And he'd be like, no, you're not in school. Like, fine.
How do you crank out so many ideas in 1 month for Halloween? Do you do preparation prior to October?
No. I have a collector that was like last year, and he's my David and Andrea, if they're watching, my wonderful collectors in Texas. They've become really good friends of mine, but David said last year, you should really start in August and be ready. And I was like, I'm going to do it. So I did 5 drawings in September. I didn't paint them. And I was like, look at what I did. And now I'm so far behind on everything. Yeah. Like, I tried. I am constantly trying to catch up. But the ideas I feel like it kind of ruins it if it's not in the moment. So like, I'll be like talking to my husband about something about like the kids going to school or something. And I'll be like, oh, it's going to be Madame Leota in a fishboat. And he's like, you're so weird. Like, right. And then I'll write it down. And then I make a little list of like what I'm going to sketch out a bunch of things. But if it's not like of the day, I feel like you don't really get the most out of me, I guess.
Okay.
I need deadlines. I like deadlines. But like last minute, I want to come in like the very last minute, the last second I possibly can. Always.
Amen to that. I'm the same way.
It's so annoying though. I mean, how do you get through it? It's so annoying.
No, this is the 4th year of 13 Nights of Tiki Frights. Every year I tell myself, you're gonna do all these things in advance, and I mean sometimes you do. So this year, usually it's 13 consecutive nights. So this year I put it, I made it over a month so that I would have more time. And no, it just fills up whatever extra time you have.
Has it helped this year having them spaced out?
The first week I would have said yes. You just get so buried, it is what it is.
Yep, buried.
But going back to this, the ideas that just come to you, that was one of my questions that I had. If ideas ever come to you at inconvenient times, do you ever like on the bus? I don't know when you'd be on the bus, but I'm not doodling or, maybe like as you're falling asleep at night and I assume you sleep in a coffin.
I turned 40 in August. And since then I have this no shutdown thing where I cannot shut down at night at all. And then that's all I think about. So this whole month I haven't slept because I'm like, oh, why is this list so hard? And then I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do that. Yeah, there's lots of inconvenient. I'll be, making my 7-year-old toast and I'm like, hold on, Hawk. I gotta write this down. Or like,
there it is.
Like I said, in the middle of a conversation with my husband about something that has nothing to do with art. And then I'll be like, oh, I'm going to do that. And then I tell him that he just inspired me. And because he does. But, it's just silly. It's always inconvenient. And it's always like, and then my kids are like, Mom, where's my toast? I'm sorry.
That reminds me, have you seen that video? I think it's old now. It's got to be, I don't know, 10 years old.
I've probably seen it.
Of the woman making toast. And she's got the demon toaster.
Oh, I have a demon toaster. Does it burn everything?
So it burns everything, but it literally it's got to be fake, but it burns like I don't remember, but it was like Satan lives or something on the toast. And so at the end of the interview, they're like, not to spoil the punchline, but I'm going to spoil the punchline. They're like, okay, so your toaster is possessed, clearly. Like, why are you still using it? And the woman goes, at the end of the day, it still makes really good toast. So.
I mean, I'd probably keep it too. My toaster is very cute and it's yellow and it burns everything, but I can't get rid of it. It's so cute. It's so cute. And then my kids will be like, Mom, the house is on fire. There's smoke every morning.
It's cute. Deal with it.
It's yellow. It's like, what do I do? Satan would probably be better to my toast than my toaster is to my toast.
Oh no. No.
The toaster's bad to the toast. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Before we get distracted on more toasters,
toast.
Which came first? Okay, because there's Hula-ween.
Oh yeah.
And then there's mermaid.
Oh, so the same thing with Hula-ween versus Drawloween and mermaid versus my mermaid. I just don't like their lists, and they don't really apply to me. Mermaid is very. They have an official page. Tom Bancroft is actually the guy that does it. He's an animator for Disney, or him and his brother both do. He's an amazing artist, but the lists just are applied to a more modern generation, I guess. And I just don't. I don't know what a zaddy is, and I don't know why that needs to be a mermaid. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Right? And I'm sorry if any. I don't even know what that is. I might have offended someone. I have no idea. So I don't. It just kind of like I enjoy it so much, and I did this. I actually followed Mermaid, the official thing, for like 3 years, and filled up in it. I've never filled up a sketchbook with full done illustrations ever in my life, and I'm grateful to them for getting me to do this. So I have this little book of like 300 pages, or I guess it's only like 90 pages. 3 months a year for the 3 years, a month for each year. Oh my God, my drink is so strong. I'm so sorry. Anyways, my husband. But I have this full sketchbook full of complete sketches and it's awesome. But then I filled up the sketchbook and I was like, I don't like this list. And last year I quit the list 2 years ago in the middle and just started doing whatever I wanted. It was like my daughter's birthday because her birthday's in May. So I was like, I'm going to pay my daughter. You're like, or adding a shrunken head or like, skull boobs, whatever, just something because it didn't really apply to me and all the things I really enjoy. There's no monsters and there's no way to really stick skeletons in it. So,
no monsters, no skeletons.
I know.
I mean, what's the point of mermaid if there's no monsters or skeletons?
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm glad you get me, Gabe. You get me.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
I struggled with the list, and instead of like struggling with it because I loved it so much, I was like, I'm just going to do my own, which I also enjoy doing. I feel like I'm very clever. And I'm also very funny. So like I enjoy doing.
You don't feel clever. You are clever, Candy.
I'm so
Own
clever.
It.
But I really enjoy what I do, and I want to continue doing it. And if it's not fun, I don't want to do it. But I really love mermaid because I love mermaids. That's what I do. Mermaids and monsters. So all my tiki mugs have mermaids in them. Or mermaids, I truly enjoy it, and it's not an original idea to me. None of these things are. It's just kind of grooming it to be more geared towards me, so that I can do things that I enjoy. It just gives me an excuse to paint things that I like, because I don't get to. I do commissions all year round, and I most of the time I'm just focusing on my commercial work and all this other stuff that I do enjoy also, but it's not often anymore that I get to just do whatever the fuck I want, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, 100%. There's just this like creative freedom,
Yes.
And we talked a little bit about that with Thor when Thor was on last year.
I love Thor so much. Oh, I love Thor so much. He's amazing.
He can just crank out ideas too, and that's when he's happiest.
Ugh. Well, I mean, all of his ideas are perfection too, which is, he's just like a genius. I love him. Tell him I love him.
That interview, we get distracted a lot.
I can imagine.
That was completely derailed. I don't know if we got to a tenth of the questions. Hey,
that's okay. That's okay. He was doing that drawing series on Facebook for a little bit. I don't know if you saw that. It was a couple years ago, maybe during COVID. And he was like doing or kind of like a review of people's art and like things not to do. And he only did a couple of them. And I was like,
oh God.
Oh, it was awesome. No, they were so cool. And I remember just a handful of things from those. And I swear it's made me better. Don't tell him that because he might be like, oh. But I think he's brilliant.
Yeah. Brilliant. I like people were asking me to do like tiki mug reviews a couple years ago. I was like, no, totally not qualified. A chance. Not a chance.
Why do you just like them all?
Inevitably.
Oh wait, I heard that one. I know
a mug has to be not good, right? Inevitably. Like you can't review mugs and give everyone a perfect score.
I did watch the Holden interview, and I did hear you say the one about the thing about the one that you did not like.
Uh-oh.
You can totally do it. You should do it.
I don't know what I said.
Oh no, it was fine. I didn't even know who the guy was. It was all good. I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh, yeah. I agree.
Oh. You get in trouble.
We can move on.
Okay, we digress. So Candy's Hula-ween.
Yeah, all month.
It's hard to be successful buying your art pieces. So basically, like you do the doodle, you put it on Instagram, and then people direct message you to obtain one.
Yes.
Do you have any tips on how to be faster than everyone else to score some of this art?
I started to curb that. In general, I started saying, if you really want one, I will paint you one. This is my one time of year to do this kind of stuff. But I guess I do it in May too, but not as much. So I tell people just to, if there's one that they really wanted and they might want something, pretty similar, I do remakes. They take me forever. Caught more than I can handle. Excuse me, right now. But the notifications aren't working. I can't tell you how many sad messages I've gotten from my collectors that are like, I turned on notifications and it told me 2 days later. And I'm like, I'm sorry. So I've been like, you just got to be vigilant. People that I talk to often or that we comment back and forth, those are the ones that seem to be getting them quickest. That algorithm, I don't like. In that interview thing that you sent me, that's what I said. Like, no one is seeing anyone anymore. I don't even see my husband's posts anymore. I have to look for him, and he's, and I obviously look at his thing every day. So whatever's going on with the algorithm, fuck that thing. It's horrible. It's really horrible.
Tough. It seems like it's more. It's hard for artists because it's more geared towards entertainment at this point. Where people,
it really is.
And I'm guilty of it too. I'll go on Reels, and I just want to like laugh and whatever, blah 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 blah. But even when I'm on Reels, I very seldom, and I only follow Tiki people on the Search for Tiki account.
I follow,
but I very seldom see Reels from Tiki people. It's showing me the funny cat videos and
or why do I see Taylor Swift? Yeah. I don't even know
Taylor
who
Swift?
She is. I mean, I know, but I don't know.
You've done it now. Now you're going to get all the. See, I know. What I was talking about. You get all the hate messages.
Don't ask a question about her. You're going to have all the things. So as far as getting them, it's just message me. Just message me. I'm doing my best. I feel like I respond to everyone pretty quickly, and my phone is attached to my face. It's horrible, but it's attached to me all day long. It's either my kids at school or collectors, so all day long. So I guess that's the best way. And if you're out there and there's something you really want, just message me. I do take commissions all year round. I have a ton of them for November. I'm getting a little backed up here. But Working on it. Working on it. They're really fun though.
Personally, I think that's kind of the fun. Missing out, as weird as it sounds, is kind of the fun. And that's why, so like my website, The Search for Tiki, is called The Search, because it's the search that's really appealing and not so much, I don't want to say that. The Tiki is very appealing, but the search is what keeps you fixated and obsessed. You know?
Right? No, I can't tell you how many times I've landed on your site before I knew what Search for Tiki was, trying to find a tiki mug and be like, oh, I can buy it. And then it's like, no, just kidding. This is what it was. And it was $500.
Just kidding.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
Just kidding. Yes.
I get those messages all the time. How do I buy these mugs? Guys, you can't buy the mugs.
Oh, God. We probably get so many messages.
It's not a shop.
It's amazing, though. What you do is truly awesome. Yeah, I know. If you still have one, I want that one real bad. It's so cute. It's so cute.
Do you like cats, Candy, or are you a dog person?
You know, I had a cat. I had cats my whole life. And when I moved out, when I was in high school, I moved out when I was out of high school, 19. I had this cat, and he was white with orange stripes. He was the best cat ever. His name was Spike. And oh man, I'd come home from school. That cat was like a dog. He was like right there with me. He'd follow me down the street. He was the shit. And that cat got run over by a car right in front of my face. He came running across the street to get me. And I haven't had a cat since, because there is no replacing that awesome cat. So now we just have an assload of dogs. It's lots of dogs. But I do love
terrible,
cats.
Candy.
I love
that story took a very dark turn.
I'm sorry. I just love my cat. So he was so sweet.
Your
interview people are gonna think I'm so weird. I'm so sorry.
I'll top your weirdness. My mom had an incident growing up.
No.
She also lost a cat, but it was not to a car. They had just gotten a new kitten. They brought it outside to play in the backyard, and an eagle came down.
Oh no!
Yeah, and
I had a kitten get eaten by a Doberman once. That was awful. Sorry, we need to. Let's keep it.
We need to change this. Okay, Candy's Hula-ween.
That new mug is amazing, and I love it. And it's orange, and it's perfect. I think it's great.
Thank you.
It's so cute, and orange is my favorite color. I think everything should be orange. It's
guys, if you want a catable, thesearchfortiki.com.
Get it.
And Candy, maybe we can talk after this, but I don't have a designer for the fourth cat mug. So if you wanted to design cat mug number 4,
I would love to. Yes.
That would be awesome.
I'm gonna have to compete with the orange one because I want it to be orange too.
It can be orange.
Okay.
Some of those are orange too.
If it can be orange, I'm in.
Nope. It can only be blue, because I know you hate that color.
I do.
Because of an Instagram post you made 2 years ago.
How do you know that? Did I tell you that?
Oh my God. I don't know.
My tiki room is blue. We call it.
Yeah.
My husband's favorite color is blue, and my kids always ask my mom, like, why don't you like blue? And I'm like, I just don't. It's not my favorite color, but it's so cool in here because everything's blue. It's so cute, except for this. This. Wait, which side? This thing is backwards. This video.
Yeah, it is.
It's so bizarre.
That happens. That's how technology works, Candy.
I live on a mountain. I've lived on a mountain for a long time. It's getting weird up here. Sorry.
I did want to ask you about your tiki space at home.
Yes.
Clearly, you have a tiki space.
I'm in it. Well, we have quite a few of them. We live in the mountains. We live in Bridgeport, California. So I call it an island in the Eastern Sierra because we are an hour and a half away from anything. Anything. Yosemite is very close, but it's still a very long drive to get to anything. And we had to make our home our place, and we love tiki bars. When I was in my young 20s, I used to go to, I don't know if y'all remember the Puka Bar in Long Beach, but that was my go-to place. Do you know the Puka Bar? Remember that one? You heard of that one? Oh, it was so cute. They had bright walls. It was so cute. I used to curate art shows there all the time. We had the best time there. But my husband really enjoys going to them with me too now. So we don't get to leave very often. We have a lot of kids and a lot of dogs. So we made our home really, fun. And this room that I'm sitting in is definitely our favorite room in the house. There's all different color lights. You can't see it right now, and you're only seeing a handful of things. So we've got art all over the place and tiki mugs above, and surrounding us and over here. They're everywhere. But yeah, we definitely enjoy our tiki spot. My husband is incredible at making these drinks. Every time I try, they are not.
Oh God.
Good. They are not good.
We don't want candy drinks.
No. No. Singapore slings are my favorite, like hands down my most favorite. And I think I tried to make them for my friend once, following the recipe like on paper. I wrote it down even. Oh man, they came out so bad. I'm just out. So if he doesn't make them, it won't happen.
Does he do the cooking too? Can you bake?
I do. I can cook. I mean, I do okay. No one's died. No one's died yet. We're doing okay.
Is that code for Kraft mac and cheese?
I only make that for our daughter. And no, I actually do okay cooking, but drinks, I just fail. There are just some things we're not good at. Like I know my skills, and it's not drink making or sculpting. Those are not my skills.
It's all about the drawing,
right? I'm just gonna stick with that. My husband reminds me you should just paint. Like thanks.
Just paint.
I tried to sculpt once, and he was like, "No." He was right. He was very right. Yes.
It's a very different, like mental thing to like crack a sculpt.
It really is, and I think I told you in the interview, like three-dimensionality is that a word? Did I say is that a whole? That's a real word, right? It's not my jam because my girls don't have noses, and it really takes a lot out of me to do turnarounds for any tiki mug. Like I can't tell you, Holden is an angel because he sticks with me until the end, trying to get me to do these turnarounds. And doing sculpture is hard. Like drawing them is hard, and then sculpting them is like I can't even imagine it. It's the people that do it, that can do all of it, are truly brilliant. It's amazing.
I don't know how they do it. I can't do it. That's why
right?
I work with talented people like you.
There you go. I know, right?
Do my drawings and stuff.
Don't worry, my turnarounds for you.
I have my ideas, but
so good.
Yeah, now I don't know. Maybe I take the offer back from the table. Candy can't do mug turnarounds.
Anyone can, I think. Holden's he has some patience with me, that's for sure.
Holden's the best.
What
was your first exposure to tiki culture?
So I was when I was 14, my best friend's family took me to Waikiki. Unfortunately I was so young that I didn't fully enjoy it, but I got to see those cool tiki. I have a picture of them even in my tiki room. I got to see all these things when I was a teenager that now I'm like, dang it, I would have like appreciated it so much more when I was there, if I was there now. Because I haven't been back since I was a kid. And that was the first thing. And we did all the tourist stuff, the Waimea Bay and all the fun, learned how to say the national fish the state fish, and all that stuff. It was really fun. But honestly, it wasn't until my grandparents traveled. I think I said that too. So I, a little bit of that, but until I started interning for the Piz, and his house was like full immersion, black tikis everywhere. Every corner of his house, he had bamboo and these beautiful plants growing in his backyard. Every bit of his art was just, there was tons of tiki stuff. So meeting him for the first time and walking into his house was like complete overload. And he was like my first, he's the one that just like kind of dumped me into it. No choice.
How did you, so I unfortunately never had the opportunity to meet the Piz, but I have only heard amazing, positive things. How did you come to?
Who are you talking?
Yeah.
Piz was a one-of-a-kind person, and I truly miss him every day. I have a picture of him on my table. I talk to him all the time. It's super weird. There he is. Oh, I hate that picture. That's right before he died. But he what? I'm sorry, I forgot your question already.
What was it? How did you two become?
Oh, how did I find him, or how did he find me?
Yeah, because you were his protege, right?
So I worked for a coffee shop in Long Beach called It's a Grind for a very long time, and his best friend at the time came in, and I was looking through Juxtapose with my manager at the time, who was also an artist, and and they had just done this like huge spread about him, and it's like the cocaine guy with the cigarettes on the steering wheel with all these colors, and I was like, who is that? Like, and so like within minutes of my first exposure to him, Vince walks in and he's, you know, a regular customer of mine that I know already. And he's like, oh, Piz is looking for an intern. And my manager's like, me. But he's like, you know, 6'5" dude. And Vince is like, no. Because Piz needs someone that he can like push around. So the 19-year-old, you know, barista right next to him, he let me come over and he locked me out, wouldn't let me in his house for a while, which was fun. And then we got to know each other a little bit. He interviewed, it was kind of like it was a weird interview. And he was like going to see Blue Man Group that day. It was like a super weird day. It was a super weird day. And I don't remember a lot of what was said, but it was like he told me to bring my sketchbook, and I brought my sketchbook, and I show him all these things, and then he goes in his files and pulls out his sketchbook, and he's like, you know, I don't remember exact words, but he's like, we drew the same things. You know, I'm 19, he was 19, and we're like, it literally was like, and I won't tell you what it was because
that's wild.
It was perverted, but we were both. He was like, "Hey, me too."
No, I never would have guessed that.
You know, and it was really cool, and I, you know, it's like this, you know, weird dude that like, wouldn't let me in. It's like he sings to me at the front door, and he's totally bizarre. But he ended up taking me on as an intern. I want to say I was there probably every day for 6 years. Literally, really until I had my first kid, my first child. But yeah, we had a lot in common when I first met him. And it was really weird. It was really weird. But yeah, if you don't know the Piz, you guys, you got to look him up. You got to look him up. He's amazing.
Definitely. Was the Piz kind of your entry into the tiki mugs with Holden? Because I think the Piz worked with Holden too.
I still have the emails of him saying, "Hey, you got to work on your turnarounds," and they'd help me draw them. I mean, I'm not the only one he helped draw turnarounds for, and I could tell you some. I'll tell you after the video some other mug people, and I have lots of angry emails about those too. Holden and Piz were like best friends, and I'd like to. Piz was my best friend too. Like he really was. So he always was pushing me in this direction. It's like, I really think you could do well if you just do this. And he'd be like, oh, just make it like this. And it's like a cute monkey on a coconut with like a pineapple doing shit. And I'd be like, I can't do that. And he'd be like, just try. And he'd be like, oh, you can't do that. You know, I can't tell you sometimes that guy made me cry because I couldn't do something. It's like, I don't do perspective. Don't make me do perspective. But yeah, Piz was my introduction, and I met Holden through Piz, obviously, because they were, you know, they did a lot of work together over the years, and they were super close friends, and same here. And Holden has been awesome since Piz's passing too. So me and Holden remain, you know, fairly close too. Try to. He's so busy.
Dude, hardest working man in tiki. No, he says it's not a self-designated title.
No, he truly is. No, he's amazing.
The man is
and Piz was amazing too, and we're all grateful to have both of them in our lives if we got to have them. Yeah.
Taking it a step back a little bit, just lowbrow art for people that don't know. People are tuning in. What the heck is lowbrow art? Where did it originate? How would you describe it? What is lowbrow?
Well, I should know the very definition of this to its core, because that is what I do, and I come from the lineage of the lowbrows. But Piz. Well, Robert Williams started the lowbrow movement because he coined it as lowbrow. Excuse me. Oh, you're lucky I didn't do that one out loud. Sorry. Sorry. So Robert and Piz both worked for Ed Roth and did the Rat Fing stuff, and Robert more so than Piz because, you know, Piz is a little bit younger. But Robert Williams started calling the art lowbrow because, you know, it was just like some, forgive me for saying fucked up shit. Some of the stuff that they did, they made that zine, the Art Boys in the, I don't know if the Art Boys and the zine were the same thing, but I should know all this stuff. But like I said, my husband made me a very strong drink, so sorry. But Robert Williams coined the term, and we've all kind of followed. It's kind of like Pop Surrealism, Cartoon Brute, all these people that don't align with abstract or, you know, the truly fine arts. But what's happened is Robert Williams is very fine art. Todd Shore, who is the king of pop surrealism, in my opinion, super fine art. They can paint. The skill behind their pieces is just incredible. And what lowbrow is anymore, anyone can call themselves lowbrow if it's just not mainstream. If it's offensive, it's even better. It's even more lowbrow. Lowbrow is literally what the word lowbrow means, but it's just become this. It's a lot bigger than it used to be, but Robert Williams is the godfather, and it's something that he made as a joke because people weren't taking. I feel like it's like, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but people weren't taking them seriously as artists. But if you look at Robert Williams and the Piz, and there's all these other. Forgive me, Todd Shore. They're not lowbrow at all. Just because their subject matter has some monsters and boobies in it doesn't mean that it's not fine art. And Robert Williams is in museums. Shag, they're all Todd Shore. They're all in museums now, and that's all lowbrow stuff. Maybe not Shag so much, but that's what lowbrow is. Fine art.
Yep.
That's
I definitely think it's
unrefined fine art.
Looking at it from my perspective today, it seems like it's a lot more accepted into museums and stuff. I don't know if that even matters. I don't know if that was even the purpose in the beginning. Probably not. It was the exact opposite of that. But now it is. And I'm not sure it really matters if it's considered high art or not, right? Because of the subject matter. But
I don't really feel like it is. I feel like if you're successful and you're making, I'm not political at all, and I avoid anything that hurts, that creates anything other than joy. But if you can turn something like a cartoon into a work of art, I think it's amazing, because that's also, it's a part of it's a part of culture. It's a part of like the progression of movies and cinema, and it's Walt Disney. It's all art, and I think it should all be celebrated, regardless if it's low or high or whatever. And I'm
hallelujah.
Right? It's just really, I'm grateful that my forefathers, they're not that much older than me, I don't think, but no, some of them. Robert is
back when George Washington was drawing rat tank on the Declaration of Independence.
My husband, my 7-year-old asked if I remember when George Washington was alive the other day or not. No, maybe it was a couple months ago, but I was like, no, come on, I'm not that old. But he thought I knew George Washington, which I thought, it was cool because he thought it was cool. Not that cool.
Nice little subtle digs from your kids. I always appreciate it.
Little jerks. Yep. Oh, going to drink number 2. Fair warning, friends.
Oh God, this is where it goes downhill, guys. It's all downhill from here. We're going as lowbrow can go.
Thank you, Plantation. Those guys are awesome. That was awesome.
Thank you, Plantation, for sponsoring.
Thank you, Plantation. It's a very good drink. Sea divers are very good drinks.
Okay, here's a question for you. Finding a style can be challenging for some artists.
Yes.
Did your style come naturally to you, or did you have to develop it over time?
No, I don't think anyone's style comes naturally. I think it's an evolution. I think it's also where you find inspiration. I think we all have a thing that we love, like a theme, or like a style that we enjoy. Like some people are into the gothic stuff, and some people are into just tiki stuff. Some people are into cartoons. It's just a matter of you love something and you build on that. I definitely had a lot of influence from Piz, and I steered clear of tiki for at least 10 years. I didn't start doing this till I was in my early 30s.
Is there a reason why?
Because of Piz, because he, at the time, that's what he did. He was he'd do these beautiful, my first few paintings, he used to let me paint the paintings with him. And I fuck shit up, and I have to go in the garage and pretend like I didn't, be like, oh, I'm just working on this one part for the last hour. And he'd let me help him. But my first 4 paintings, and they were for a Lalu show, and it was Pele and Ku. The 4. Sorry, Lono. There's one more, but I remember working on these paintings, and I was like, I can't do tiki, because I started drawing very similar to. I mean, like I said, we already had a similar style when we were younger, both young at the same age. And I was like, I can't do this stuff because it's just like I painted him one tiki painting for his birthday one year. And it was like my first one ever, and I didn't do it again for 10 more years. And I like it now doing it. It makes me think of him, and it's like a like a tribute to him. But the style definitely. I can show you some older paintings. The things that I love haven't changed, but I've definitely gotten more abstract with the waist and the things. But his he was very graphic with his art, and I think the looseness of his work really contributed a lot to what I do. And I was around him so much, everything that he did for years and years and years. He definitely attributed to my style. But what has happened since, in the last 10 or 15 years, I have definitely gone off on my own. I think, I still get compared to him every once in a while, but I do things much differently than he does. And you definitely, style is all about evolution of what you truly enjoy doing. So like you keep doing it. I mean, with anything, you're going to get better at it and you're going to change it a little bit. And thank God I'm better than I was, 20 years ago, because it's a lot better than it used to be. A lot better than it used to be. I think. Sorry if you don't think that. I think that. Yeah.
You enjoy looking back on your art, or do you kind of like cringe a little bit, like, oh God, don't show me that?
No, it's someone. I did a couple shows at CBGB's in New York, when I was like probably 22 years old, like right before they closed, or maybe later. No, it's maybe 25. And someone was like, "Oh, I have your painting from CB's," and I'm like, "Oh no!" And then he sends me a picture of it. I'm like, "Oh no!" For CBGB's, I'm like, "Oh God, why did they let me in that show?" But it's an evolution, and you gotta grow. But it made me feel good because I'm like, I'm so much better, and you kind of like I feel like you narrow down what you're actually good at, and you keep doing that instead of just forcing the things that are hard and that you struggle with. And I do some of that stuff too, but mostly I just try to focus on the things that when you truly enjoy what you're doing, I feel like those are you have the best outcome. So yeah, old stuff I struggle with. Thank you for those of you who have bought from me in the last 20 years, but like,
please don't send me the photos. Don't send me photos of my artwork.
Thank God my computer crashed from 10 years ago, because I'm like out. I'm out.
Never happened.
Right?
Never happened. It's not on the
didn't
internet.
Happen. But it's a process, and we all got to respect our process. And I've been there. We all have been there.
Is there anything in particular that stands out as like something that stumped you? Like a piece of art where you were just working on it and you're like, this is not working out.
Okay, so my belief, when things aren't working out, you start over. You block it out and you start over. I have a wonderful collector named Matt, and I adore him, and he has given me some challenges over the years. And I was doing a Kill Bill tribute piece for him, and Oren was just not working out, and I like had finished painting her, and it was like half of the painting, and I was like, I hate her, I hate it, and I just painted it out. And then the second one was so much better. I get stumped a lot. I don't do a lot of pre-planning. My sketches are like literally, this is how big my sketches are, like that big. Hold on, gotta go that way. That big.
It just looks like Pac-Man.
I know. Sorry. So when I blow them up, and I try to use my original sketches because those have the most movement and they're small. The small things have the best things. I'm not good at planning ahead. I get stumped a lot, especially when there's big pieces with a lot going on, because I kind of have to figure it out as I go. I just finished a big painting it's all Courtney Love, who I love, and I thought it was fun to do, but I struggled hardcore with like how to get through the piece. Like it took me forever. It took me a year to do it because I was like, I don't know what to fucking do, and I don't know every word to her songs or like any of that stuff. It was just really difficult for me to portray her. And I love you, Big Toe. Can he see me? Oh, he can hear me. I love Toe so much, by the way.
No, he's in here commenting, but he can't actually hear you or see you.
Oh, no, he can hear me. He's on here. Toe, I love you. He knows I love him. But,
hey, I thought we had put a block on here on Tom Laura.
Oh,
We didn't want to let
my tongue.
the degenerate Big Toe into this live stream.
Do you know that Toe is one of my oldest art friends in the whole world?
I believe it.
I love him so much.
He's a good guy. You can't see it, but I have Ruby's Dilemma in the back. He was talking.
Do you really?
Yes.
I've got the mermaid at the tiki bar up here.
No, that's not gonna work out.
Don't do. It's okay. I know what it looks like.
That
was at one of our puka bar shows. Honto, is he listening? He knows.
Hey,
oh no, was it puka bar?
Hey. Can you hear me, Tom?
Remember me? Yeah. No, I think it was actually, or it was for a show that we were both in together. I don't remember which one. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was for a bar. Forgive me. Strong drinks.
Okay. I want to, because we're starting to lose track of time. I want to show some of the mugs that you've done. Starting with, I believe, was it your first collab with Tiki Farm? Bubbles and Troubles?
Bubbles and Troubles. Yeah, those were Holden's idea. And he approached me and said, hey, I have this idea for the Mermaid Sisters, and I want you to do it. Bubbles and Troubles. And he tells me their whole backstory. And I was like, well, of course I'm in, because it's awesome. And then we worked out some sketches, and we did the fog cutter style, which was awesome. I regret not buying more of these because I have literally one set myself. And
Don't break them.
I just had someone asking me about this the other day. Like, I want the blonde. And I'm sorry, I don't have her. I have one. I have one blonde, and I have the one where they made like a mistake where they did the lip wrong. You have a good picture that they did a whole set of them that were just like the lip was like not good, which is funny, because they're hand painted. It's
the joys of ceramics.
It's a funny thing, yeah. So I have the bad painted one. Oh, there's Looky Leia. That's my new one.
So this is one of two new ones that you did with Tiki Farm.
I think she just sold out. I'm hoping they send me the ones I just ordered, but I think she's sold out. So Leia, this is the one that Holden had to help me a lot with because I really wanted her perched on this tiki, looking over, like he's propping her up out of water. I had so many ideas for the colors. I wanted it to be airbrushed, and so like half of it was in the water and half of it was out. I had so many ideas, but it just wasn't. Those things just weren't available when we were doing that. But that's her, and you can't see me pointing on my screen. There you go. But the tiki has got a little Piz beard for a little. The Bubbles and Troubles also have Piz fish in them too. We try to do a tribute for Piz in everything that we do. So he's got a little Piz goatee. Yeah. Piz is in everything I do.
I love it.
He would be so happy, I'm sure, and they'd be like, "That's stupid."
This one on the back, I think the space. Tiki Farm sometimes will leave a space, so that you can, if you own a tiki bar, you can kind of brand it on the back. And
I think it was supposed to say Looky Leia, but we had some discrepancies about her title.
Discrepancies about her title?
Yeah. The team didn't like the name, and I was like, "Sorry, I'm not.
I'm not changing it." All right, we'll just leave it blank for the tiki bars.
Sorry to my friend at Tiki Farm. I was so set on her name, and I was like, she has to be called Looky Leia. She has to be. And they had all these other cute names for her, and I was like, "No, that's not who she is." But this one, they did a fabulous job on both. I'm so grateful to work with Tiki Farm. Like I said, Holden's been wonderful to me over the years, and he was so good. I had so many changes on these mugs, and he just let me do it. And thank God,
this one, I love this one. So usually you think of the back of the mug as being kind of the dead space, right?
Yeah, like the other one.
But the back of this mug is, that's so cool with the this.
Well, we're big pirate fans in my house. My husband, our oldest son has autism, so we watched Pirates of the Caribbean, all of them, like at least 1,000 times. We've got pirates all over. There's pirate flags hanging. You can't see them in here, but there's pirate flags hanging everywhere. We've got pirate mugs everywhere. Pirates literally everywhere. And anytime there's a chance to stick a pirate in, we're like in. We're in. And she was really fun to do. That was a really fun mug. And Holden's idea was to do the black, the spot colors and stuff. But Holden is really good with collaborations, and his input's really great, and he's so fun to work for. My commercial stuff with him is really fun.
All the praise for Holden.
Yeah,
but you have done some mugs outside of Tiki Farm. We love Tiki Farm.
Mm-hmm.
But you also did a Lucky Cat.
That's also Tiki Farm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're all Tiki Farm. All the
But
ones
that one,
that
so
do,
that
well,
one was
besides
branded
Danielle's.
for Fong's Pizza.
Yes, Fong's.
Right.
I want to eat there so bad. They have a Chinese food pizza. I want to eat there so bad. It looks so.
So you haven't been?
No, I don't get to leave my mountain. They made a blue one and a red one, and they're both so cute.
I don't know if I have pictures of the red one, but we got pictures of the blue one here.
This was actually my first commercial mug with Tiki Farm, and super fun. I'm they did a really good job with it. It's very cute.
People love the Lucky Cats.
Right, me too.
Cat collectors out there.
Yeah.
You also did an alligator girl tiki mug with.
Oh yeah, that's with my girl Danielle.
Yes, we love Danielle. Danielle was on the show a few years ago. She was one of our first guests. She's in Brisbane, Australia, I believe. She
is brilliant, and so is her husband. Her and Evan are an incredible, artistic, creative, amazing couple. I adore them both. And when Danielle asked me if she could, like, hey, can I make a mug out of this painting? I'm like, fuck yeah, you can.
Just send me one.
Well, I know, and she sent me so many, and she was so gracious, and she's so fun to work for. And we're so lucky that we trade every once in a while. I mean, it takes me forever to get back to them with my trades, but I've got a few of her mugs, and she is just, whoo, man, that is a one-woman show, and she is just a genius, and I adore her. And she's also the sweetest thing in the world. She's the best. I hope that I need to hug her in person real soon, because I like to hug people. I do.
She wasn't able to come for a while because of COVID. COVID kind of
I know.
We
were trying to get at Tiki Oasis. She's a doll. She's a doll. Support that girl. She's wonderful.
Yeah, guys, follow.
Evan is just as awesome.
Follow her on Instagram.
I'll put she's amazing. I felt very honored to do that mug with her, and I didn't do anything. She just and she actually owns.
Well, you did this art, right?
Yes, but Alligator. And then I traded. She gave me all these mugs, and I gave her the painting for trading. For the to give her like hey, thanks for the mugs. Here's the painting. So they actually have the painting, the original painting. Alligator girl. You also did one recently. Oh, you should show the other one.
I think this is last year's. We have the picture of the new one too. But this is for I had never heard of this, but that
mug is huge, by the way. If you don't have it, it's humongous.
Oh, really?
Yes, the green one is humongous. It's like I have like probably 400 paintbrushes in it. It is huge. It's huge. And this one is our new one, and I haven't seen it in person yet, but luckily my girls at Black Lagoon are sending me one. I missed out; they sold out. But that's a killer mug. It's really fun.
I wonder if we can. Oh no, it covers the mug. We were gonna cover whatever that Ford's gin is, because we don't drink Ford's gin. We drink Plantation.
It's a cool mug, and those the girls that do Black Lagoon are like, they're so cool. They make some cool ass drinks. They do some cool pop-ups, and they have like killer style. Yeah,
I guess they're in multiple locations, right? They have.
They do like pop-up bars all over the place, Canada, all over the U.S. They're They do some killer stuff. Every time I get to work with them, I'm super stoked, because I feel like we kind of align. Like we have really the same things.
Those are always the best.
Common, which is good. Yeah. No, and it's two gals, and they're boss babes. They kill it. They're good. They're cool. I like working for them.
All right, Candy. Yes. I have to ask. It's officially been an hour. I do have more questions. How are we doing on time? Are we doing okay?
My mother-in-law's sitting in the dark. You can turn on a light, Donna. Okay. She's okay. My family is, I think I'm good for a few more minutes. They're all locked in the back room. Sorry, I talk a lot. Okay. My mother-in-law says I'm fine. Keep going.
Okay. So we'll try to speed things up here. And do
some quick sorry.
I want to do real quick. So just give your first, basically, whatever comes natural. We're gonna play a quick game of if you had to choose.
Oh no!
If you had to choose, which are you going to go with?
What
Pirates
was that?
or mermaids?
Okay, Rob said keep going. Okay, what was that? Go ahead. I'm ready.
Pirates or mermaids?
Pirates. Pirate mermaids, actually. I'm sorry. Those questions are hard. If I could always only do pirate mermaids, I'm in. I'm in.
Devils or angels?
Devils. But devils with halos. Like, it's hard. It's hard.
Rum
but
or
probably
gin?
devils because they're red.
Rum or gin?
I love Singapore Sling, so I'm a gin girl.
Gin girl. Okay. Yep. Christmas cards or Valentine's Day cards? You do?
That's a hard one because I do both, and I love both holidays equally. I love all the holidays. So I'm going to say Christmas Valentine cards.
You can't do that to everyone.
Can I do that? Only most of them. Only most of them. Let me have that one.
We'll let you have that one. Okay.
Okay.
Creature from the Black Lagoon or Bigfoot?
Creature.
There we go. We got a solid.
And I have a Bigfoot store and Creature. Yes.
Bigfoot story?
I do. Bigfoot store. Not story. I have a store featuring Bigfoot.
Wait, you have a store featuring Bigfoot?
Yeah. Sierra Strange. We have a little store. We live in the Sierra, so we have a little store called Sierra Strange. And it's all about, it's because we have a lot of sightings here, and there's like a number of like very famous ones that are just in our mountains. And I still pick the Creature. I'm sorry, Bigfoot. I'm sorry.
Rest in peace, Bigfoot. All right, horror icon. Jason or Ghostface?
Oh, Jason for sure.
Really?
They kill Kevin Bacon in like the first 15 minutes on the other one. Yeah. No, I do love Scream. I watch. They're both on my regular horror movie watch, but Jason, he's Friday the 13th. He gets to be a holiday, so I'm in on the Jason.
Jason, it is. Death by sharks or death by drowning?
Probably sharks, and I think I said because I get to pet them, and I've trained my sorry, this is right here because it's always right here. We love Bruce. We're big Bruce fans in this house.
From Our Friends.
I feel like it would be faster too if I got eaten by a shark versus drowning.
Yeah.
I don't know which would be worse, but I don't want to do either, honestly.
You don't want to do either, but you're going with sharks. Okay. First thing that comes to mind: the Haunted Mansion or Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room.
Can I? This one's hard because I picked Pirates of the Caribbean. It's hard, super hard. I'm sorry.
No, neither. They both get. We'll allow that answer if you want to go with Pirates.
Those are our top three. We do that when we go to Disneyland. I grew up going to Disneyland all the time because in Long Beach, you're like 20 minutes away. It would be Pirates of the Caribbean. Sorry. I'm the worst. Okay.
Well, it's the second easiest to get on.
Okay.
So
second.
Okay. Art showcase, real quick. Let's look at some of the pieces you've done. How to Kill a Hula Girl comes to mind. We love Tiki.
Yes.
We love horror.
Yes.
We're gonna pull up a picture. How did this one come about?
So I really, as inappropriate as they are, I love inappropriate stuff. Pulp, like magazines from the 50s and 60s, especially the Men's Adventure magazines. My husband, when I first started dating him, had all these like cool books with all these illustrations from the men's magazines from those eras, mid-century, and I adore Women in Peril. See, you think she's gonna get, hi Kenny. Oh, I love him too.
Hello, Tim.
I love him. But
of course he shows up on How to Kill a Hula Girl.
Well, I mean, how to, but that guy's like, oh, I'm gonna get her, and she looks like she's upset, but she probably got out of it. My girls always get out of it. Wait. I love pulp art. And I can't think of anyone's names because I drank a drink that was very strong. But I like Norum, Earl Norum. I love all that stuff. Earl Norum. He's my favorite. Yes. Earl Norum? Hold on. Somebody correct me. That's not right. Norum is his last name. He's fabulous.
If you know what Candy's talking about, write it in the comments.
Yes, come on. Come on, Toe. Come on, save your sister.
Come on, Toe.
Yep. Toe.
Let's look at another one.
I think it's real norm.
Late night snack.
So that was a commission. I have this wonderful collector, and he had all the. He always had. He does does like models. They're maquettes, but he paints them, and they're like incredible. He's brilliant. But he asked me. Every once in a while he asked me to paint, do a commission for him, and he tells me what he wants. And this one was all supposed to be like Friday the 13th with like the other guys in it, and I wouldn't say it's the best painting I've ever painted. It's not my super favorite, but I thought it was a really cool idea. And you know how much I love horror movies, all of them.
And it's got the boobies and the butts.
I mean, that's what I told you, the boob and the butt at the same time. That's like a thing. I've mastered it.
Yep.
You zoomed in. Oh, this interview is gonna just like tank.
We said on YouTube that this is not designed for kids, but you know, if there are any kids that have stuck around till this point,
friends'
it's okay
kids,
to leave now.
They still let them watch me. They still let them. They know.
All right. In the theme of 13 Nights of Tiki Frights and spooky season, tricky treaters.
Yes. I think so. I usually do. This year I don't have time, and I started one, and I haven't been able to finish it. But I do a Halloween, like a real painting on panel every year on a Trekell art panel, because they're if you guys don't buy panels from them, those guys are the shit. But I wanted monsters being in Halloween costumes. How many drinks are you on, Gabe?
I've lost count. Is that
really? I'm still on number 2. Mine are very strong, Kenny.
I know. I'm because I have this which I haven't shown yet.
Oh, we got a 14. I have a 14-year-old too. Oh, yay!
Ta-da!
You're the sweetest.
I absolutely love this Mai Tai glass. You've designed many Mai Tai glasses.
Are you drinking out of my glass tonight? You're so sweet. Thank you.
But this is my water glass, actually, because I wanted to show, you know.
Oh, no, I should not be the water glass.
I have to make sure, you know, one of us is.
What are you trying to say?
Cocked tonight.
Anyways, this one's all about monsters going trick-or-treating. They're monsters, but they still want to party and enjoy Halloween. My anniversary is Halloween. We're big fans of the holiday, obviously. This year we're going to a real ghost town in Virginia City for our anniversary with the kids. But this one's all about like all the silly things that I love about Halloween, and that sky, like I don't know how it happened, and it's super bizarre. Like colors don't really make sense, but it's like sometimes you're talking about, like you asked me about like how things don't work sometimes and you struggle with things. And this one, the colors in this one I had a really hard time with, and it ended up, that's where it ended up, and I like it. I still have this piece.
Awesome.
I still have it. If anyone wants it.
This piece? So it's for sale?
It is.
Do they buy it through you directly, like on Etsy?
When I get it back from my friends at Brassworks, because they're supposed to send it back to me. Margaritas! Whatever. Yay! Oh, they're drinking out of my glass. Sorry. I'm reading the comments. We're live, right?
We're going to pull one up while Big Toe gets
Hi, Toe. Did I tell you I love him yet? Because I love him.
Maybe once or twice. It goes straight to Tom's ego. It goes straight to his ego. You gotta. No,
he's the sweetest. He knows my husband. He tells my husband loves him too. We adore his work, and he's the best. He's the best.
Yes, guys. Give some love to Big Toe on.
Yes.
Make sure if you're not already, you follow Big Toe on Instagram.
He's the best.
A lot of really cool art too.
Genuine person, amazing artist. We love him.
And with that, let's look at another naughty one.
Oh yeah, it's the peeper, right?
We got to talk about the peeper, right?
So my girlfriend Christine Fury is wonderful and has this awesome campy nudie magazine called Camp Out Magazine, and I'm so fortunate to be a part of it because I think what she does is just super unique and super cool. And the sets, Shannon Brooke does photos for her, and Tono's her too. And they are just like an awesome group of ladies. There's no cooler group of chicks I've ever seen in my life. But I do cartoons for this magazine for all the issues, and that's naughty. Um,
Don't get
I'm
distracted by the
not
comments,
everybody
Candy.
But Camp Out does some cool shit. So I do this thing called the Campfire Crack Up. Look at you zooming in on this stuff. You are just as bad.
That's guys. That's the Menahune behind the scenes. We got to give a shout out to Jason T. Smith. He's been helping this year with all the comments and the titles and everything. So thank you to Jason T. Smith for showing us up close and personal all of Candy's raunchy art.
So every once in a while, I get to paint one of these, like for real, on a panel. Like all the Camp Out cartoons are all in black and white. To stick with the old, like, you know, Playboy cartoons. I think for a time, not in the. I think for a time we're in black and white, but we try to keep it like I'm the black and white in the magazine, and I do all the issues, and I truly enjoy. I do extras even, knowing I let her pick one or two, you know, or whatever, and just because they're so much fun. Because, you know, I never got to paint stuff like this until I started doing stuff for Camp Out. And Piz used to do work for Hustler, so I was always surrounded by all this. Like, we actually have a lot of it in our bedroom now. So we've got, like, you know, I was surrounded by all this Hustler work when I was a very young artist. And so it's actually really fun to be able to do something kind of naughty. I try to keep it fairly clean, you know, like just a little naughty, because
this is just a little naughty.
Flirty. Yeah, you know, like I don't want to.
Okay, we need a separate like Instagram, like Candy Unchained.
Well, yeah, they can't. No, yeah. If I had Candy Unchained, I can't imagine the messages I would get. No, I already get the nod. I'm like, dude, no. Are you no? Did you know? I'm not doing that.
Oh God.
Sorry, no penises. I'm good.
Oh jeez.
I had too many drinks. No, gosh.
Some things we don't want to peep.
Some people do, though.
I think we should look at this peeper in full color if we can.
Yeah, and that was I actually painted that in full color for my I had a show in March at a solo show at the Brassworks Gallery in Portland, Oregon, and those guys are rad. And if you don't follow Underground Robin and Gregory Hergert, who is he is a killer. He is such an amazing artist. We're fortunate to have a number of his pieces. But that was for my solo show recently in March, and that one is still available too. I'm shocked.
Me as well, because people love creatures. I think people maybe just don't realize that it's available.
Oh my God, zoom in. That's so inappropriate. Menahune, you're out of control.
Menahune has some high-res photos here. High res. Yeah. So you have art in galleries. Do you have any? I can't even take my own question seriously.
I'm sorry.
Do you have any recommendations for people, you know, aspiring artists who want their pinup art, their nudie boobies, their peeping
I don't know if about the nudie art, but art in general. What you truly love is the direction you should go in. And when you find that niche that you're looking for, you need to keep going. I have submitted art I can't tell you how many times I've been denied in galleries, or have had bad, not reviews. What's the word when you get a review from a gallery?
Like a rejection?
No, well, I mean, I get those too, but you know, like I have had my share of rejection.
Wait, they don't just reject you; they review you in the rejection.
Oh, they review it and then they're like, "Oh, sorry." No.
Okay.
So we've all
like a panel of judges.
You can't. I've broken down and cried, and my husband's like, "You're being stupid." Like, get over it. But like, putting yourself out there, you got to keep doing it. And that is actually the hardest part. And I said social media, but the hardest part of being an artist is actually representing yourself and making it to where we're not confident people, us artists. We do what we love and hope that people are like, oh, cool. That's cool. You know, like we're not like oh, this is awesome. Let's like, someone's going to love this. No, it's always like, someone's probably not going to like this, but maybe someone will. So young artists, paint and draw every single day of your life and get as much knowledge as you can. I can't, without Piz, I never would be where I am today. And not that I'm like this amazing person or artist, but I'm successful at what I do and I enjoy what I do every day. And without him giving me that encouragement and helping guide me in this direction, like in my direction, because we all have a direction. And my direction is nudie cartoons
The peepers.
and booby art, you know,
The
like,
creepy
and
peepers.
that's fine, you know. And it's for young people, it's all about, you keep evolving. I can't tell you how bad my art is from 20 years ago. You keep getting better. And Piz used to say, and like we talk about this, and I talk about him a lot because he is such a big part of my life still, even with him being gone. You know, like, and he said, how, and he'd say, how are you getting better? And he'd always say that to me, like, how do we get better? And he'd say, we, like, how, like, you know, him too, like, how do we get better? What can we do that's different that can make us better? What can, you know, what class can we take, or what person can we watch, or what artist can we view, or whatever. It's very important to keep working towards your goal, whatever goal it is, even if it's just to be enjoying what you do. I've only been freelance for 6 years. And I would never have done that if my husband hadn't told me, you gotta take this full time. And now that I'm full time, I'm like, I couldn't imagine having another life where I don't get to do what I do every day. So you really, it's taking risks and letting people see your work and being present. I live in an island now, so no one sees me anymore, but they used to see me, and going to Think Space and Cannibal Flower and doing all these things that I did when I was young. It's a lot of like showing in coffee shops and getting there, you know, to make people see that you're good at what you like. And even if it's not about your skill, it's about your passion.
Mhm.
It's a really big thing to like just keep doing it, and you're gonna get where you want to go if that's what you truly want to do. And I
People can
firmly
see it. People can see it if, you know, if you're doing what you're passionate in.
Yeah.
You can see that. Even if you look at your early sketches, you know, you scroll all the way back to Instagram or even before Instagram. You can
Don't
see
do that.
do it, guys. Do it. Go dig up all the old Candy art you can. Make sure you send it directly to Candy. Yeah.
It's so important for us all to just keep getting better. And Piz told me that day after day after day after day. Get better. Oh, there are my dogs. I warned you about my dogs.
Yes.
It's the bear. There's a bear outside. My trash is put away. Fuck that bear. Fuck it. I hate that bear.
Scared by the dog.
Crashed yesterday. Sorry. Mountain life. Hey. Sorry.
Come in, dog.
They were good so far. They were good so far.
Hey, they did very good. They did very good.
Sorry.
All right, so we'll try wrapping this up. Last few questions.
Oh, okay.
Another one for the new artist. You know, what platform?
Arrow. Sorry. Her name is Arrows on the Prairie. Oh, here she is.
Aww.
Here she is. Okay, go. You're happy. Okay, go. Bye-bye. Oh, she's gonna smoke. Okay, we're gonna
come back.
We're just gonna pretend she's not there, or she'll pee. So just pretend. Oh, she's gone. We're good. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so what platform has been the most important for you getting your artwork seen and out there?
I struggled with this question today because I hate that social media is such an important part of my business and my art life. And I've told my husband a number of times that I don't want to be an Instagram artist. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but coming from where I come from, Piz was such a fine artist. And we'd go to all these shows. Oh, you're lucky I didn't do that one out loud either. La Luz and, Cupernascent, when it was Cupernascent. All these fancy galleries. And it's, oh my God, I forgot the question because my dog's right in front of me. Gabe, tell me the question.
The platform. What platform has been the most important for your business?
Strong drinks. Look at I keep my glasses though. Strong drinks. So the platform Instagram has been such a success for me because I have a following on Instagram. I have been on Facebook a lot longer. Instagram, like before this algorithm shut all of us down. I've got a bit of a following, and enough people still see me that I actually I make quite a bit of sales from Instagram, and I'm trying to curb it and have a mailing list, and like you should join my mailing list, please, so I don't
Join
have to
Candy's
on
mailing
social
list.
media. But Instagram is really a tool, and we're so lucky to have it for free. It's really I think about like the artists that were arting in the 90s, early 2000s, or even earlier, that don't have an online platform where they don't have to leave their house. They actually had to hustle. People like me and you, we actually just get to share, and we're so like
Hopefully people like it.
not take that for granted. Right? It just happens that it just happens. Unfortunately, it's Instagram, and I say unfortunate in a loving way because I'm grateful for it, but also I feel chained to it. Oh my God, you're lucky to do that one out loud either. I am super chained to it, but use your social media platforms for good. It doesn't have to be a political platform. It could just be you're sharing what you love. And honestly, without it, I don't know. I couldn't live in Bridgeport in the middle of nowhere and do what I love to do most and share it with all you guys. Like I fucking love my people. Man, I'm so lucky to be where I am. I can't be. And I've worked really hard. I work really hard every day, but like young people, use your social media and let that be your thing, because that is the way of things now. I mean, I'm sure with you, Gabe, with the Search of Tiki and all the things that you do, like that's probably your big thing too,
It
right?
is. It's weird because Instagram is probably the best. Facebook is
It really
more
is. Facebook, there's no
group-based.
one on it.
But at the end of the day, like you said, like you are, so they have complete control, right? So at any day they could shut down.
They do.
You don't know.
It's
So
terrible.
that's where the mailing list and stuff come in, right? Because then
Mailing list.
they can't take your mailing list away from you.
Yeah.
So
No, it's really hard. And this whatever is going on, Mab Graves. I don't know if you follow her at all. She's not a tiki artist at all, but she shares a lot of like algorithm bypasses and things, and she's a wonderful artist. But she's got she's got the line on the algorithm, and she can got to follow her too to like get to bypass some of that shit, because it's gnarly. And if it was open and free like it used to be, like it's a struggle. I'll have an account that has 6 million followers and they'll share me, and I'll get 500 people, and that is not okay, because that guy is probably slash is not probably not getting more than a few thousand people that like a thing. It's like it's the algorithm is really sad right now. Whatever is going on, they want us all to pay for stuff, but you got to make it work, because that is an important part of being. Well, I'm remote, so remote, it's very important. But if you can do trade shows, if you can do events, if you can go to art shows, go to the bamboo club, like go do that stuff, and like be present. And I respond to every message as much as I can, and I think that's just so important to let everyone know that they're being seen, they're being heard, because I'm big on customer service, and I think everyone should feel like they're buying from a person that really cares.
Yep.
Top to bottom.
And so much of art, like you can fall in love with an art piece, right?
Yeah.
But knowing the background, knowing who made it.
But also, if you try to buy an art piece from an asshole, I mean, that ruins the whole art. Why do you want that art anymore? We only have art from nice people in this house. Like, just saying.
We've had too many drinks, Candy, to get into that. When you own a piece of art and then something goes south and you're like,
oh, it doesn't happen in our house. We only buy from nice people, right?
Get out of here. I don't want to.
We only buy from the good folks, and but it's a buildup, and I truly feel like it's just really important to connect. Connection is a big thing on these social media platforms too, and not that I'm the best at it, but I try really hard, because I want everyone to know that they're important, because they are important. Everyone is fucking important. Everyone is important. I'm
Except
a big.
if you're not.
Does that sound drunk? I'm
Except
not that drunk. I'm kind of drunk. Not that drunk. Everyone is very important, and I love you all. Hug all of you. Like I'm hugging.
Yeah, hug. All right, Candy.
I warned you about this interview. I warned you.
That's great. We could go another 4 hours. We're not going to, but we could.
Thank God. My
Okay.
mother-in-law's in the dark over here. Woo!
For the sake of your mother-in-law.
She's still laughing. They said thank you, Donna.
You're fabulous.
Sorry. It's family.
All right.
You got a family thing on him. Thank you, Gabe.
For the sake of your family.
Oh, they're fine.
Do you have any upcoming projects in the works that you can talk about?
Ooh, okay. So, shit, I don't know the name of the tiki company in Sacramento.
Tiki company in Sacramento.
Yeah. Oh, I have a cool. Okay, next year when everyone settles down, I'm very. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it. So, I'm sorry, but I've got a super cool. Oh, you're lucky I didn't do that one out loud either. I'm sorry. I'm so inappropriate. I'm sorry. But
You're
yeah,
floating,
I'm doing a really cool mug with Tiki Land Trading next year. And I'm really excited about it. I have no details. I don't know anything about it. It's the bear. I'm sorry.
Wait,
and
you designed the mug, but you don't know anything about it?
I designed it.
Okay.
But I'm hoping Thor does it. No pressure. No pressure, Thor. But I have a mug with Tiki Land Trading next year. They are, I'm sure they're backed up as fuck because they just got an enormous amount of beautiful mugs. We've got a bunch of, you can't see them, but they're right there. Got a bunch of them. Tiki Land Trading does some amazing mugs too. I hope to do something cool with Tiki Land or with Tiki Farm next year. But I've also got a mug next year with, he's in Sacramento. I don't remember his name, and I'm sorry. But I've got more Tiki mugs coming, and mostly I'm focusing on my solo show at Brassworks Gallery in Portland. Not next year. I had to move it to the following year. Oh, the bear is actually outside. But I've got a number of things in the works. I'm sorry. My husband made these drinks so strong. So strong. But I've got a bunch of stuff. But Tiki Land Trading, definitely look for it in my solo show on Brassworks in 2025 for sure.
There you go. Give them a follow so you can stay in touch.
Yeah.
Where
Tiki
can
Land has some cool shit.
Where can people go to follow you?
Oh God. Instagram is probably the best place because I'm on it daily, and especially right now. Coming November, it's going to be very sparse because I'm going to try to take a break, like you should, Gabe. Try to take a break. I'm going to try to take a break, but it won't happen. There's no breaks.
You can't say that, Candy. That doesn't bode well for me. If you have to take a break, so I can take a break.
No, you have to take a break, so I can take a break.
We're break buddies.
Let's just take a break. I won't be available November 1st and 2nd.
I'm going to text you on November 1st and 2nd, and if I get a response,
you at least got to
I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to say, take a break. Why are you responding to me? It's November 1st.
Oh, no, I'll totally respond to you, but I won't post anything.
Okay.
Anyway, we all need to take a break. October's been wonderful. And the things that you're doing are like incredible. And I can't tell you, I'm so grateful to be on here tonight. I've been really nervous about it. It's probably why oh, hi, Jose. Sorry. I actually see the thing. Hi, love you too, Big Toe. I already said that like 5 times.
But who's counting?
I'm sorry. But I'm so grateful to be on here. And
except
I'm really this dorky in person all the time. This is how it is all the time. All the middle fingers.
I should have set up Tom with like a drinking game. Like
can I do a drinking game with Tom?
Anytime Candy says Candy loves Tom,
Oh!
Tom.
Toe. YouTube live. Me and you. Yeah.
That would be one. I'd tune in for that.
I'm not joking when I tell you that he is my oldest friend in the whole world for art. Like besides Piz, like literally Piz and Toe and everybody else. He is I love that man so much. So does my husband.
Take a shot, Tom. She said it again. 3. 3 shots.
At least.
Okay.
Look down at my toe. Sorry.
How can people buy your art?
Oh, I've got some original art on Etsy. Oh, you're like professional. Some original art on Etsy. You can also just message me. Just send me a message somewhere. Email. Direct message. What's it called? Oh, thank you. You're so
DM.
good. Is that Menahuni right now?
That's the Menahune in the background. Yep.
Menahuni, you are an angel.
Jason T. Smith, the tallest
Angel.
Menahune in the
I like
world.
his beard. It's very modern.
Modern?
It's not.
He
I like
took
it
all
though.
the hair from the top of his head and put it on his.
You know what? Sometimes we got to go there. Mine's going to be there soon. And I mean, I just turned 40, so it's going to happen.
There you go.
Me too. Me too.
We can all hope to have a beard as long and luscious as
He
Jason.
does have a very good beard. It's good.
So guys, go to Etsy.com, buy Candy's art.
Thank you.
Follow Candy on Instagram. I forget what it is. But
And I apologize. I don't usually drink this much, but they're very strong. My husband's a very good bartender person.
Kudos to him. So the Instagram tag is CandyWild65.
Yes.
That's what you got to type in.
That's it.
Follow Candy on Instagram. Get all the latest updates.
There
on
you
her
go.
drawings, the tiki mugs, all that good
Don't
stuff.
call me Megan. Just call me Candy, please. Okay.
Why do you put it on there then?
I feel so dumb because I don't go. Yes.
I'm pretty sure you could take it off.
A what?
You could take it off.
It won't let me. Oh my God. I'll tell you a whole thing.
All right. Someone needs to help Candy adjust her Instagram profile. Not tonight. Candy's had too many drinks, but at some point.
Not right now. It's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late. Sorry. They're so
All right.
strong. They're so cute. So cute.
Final question.
Thank you, Gabe.
Are you available for commissions? And I
I
did put
am.
on here after October.
I'm always available for commissions. I may not be able to get to them right away, but they will get done literally by the moment you need them. Always.
So
Just
if
when
you need,
family allows me.
so bump up the deadline like a week, right? So if you need it,
Or
October
6
31st.
or a year. It just
Or-
depends. I have very patient collectors. I am such a lucky artist. I can't tell you the one thing you can take away from this thing. I am so lucky to have the collectors that I have. Ooh, I just shook my thing. You guys are wonderful. And if I could hug every person out there, I would hug you all. I really would.
You already did that,
very
Candy.
lucky. But November I'll be caught up. Mid-November I'll be caught up.
Mhm.
Oh my God, my drinks are so strong. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Caught up in November. I'll
just
believe
gonna
that.
keep
When I say. All right.
Bye.
What do you say we give away a zombie belt?
Oh yay! Who won?
Which, guys, by the way, this is the size of my head. I think it's bigger
It's
than my
really
head.
big.
I mean, look at that.
Who made that, Mac?
This is Lost Temple Traders. So, guys,
Oh,
follow
they do some cool shit.
Lost
They do
Temple
some
Traders.
really cool shit. How many ounces is that mug?
Don't know.
You
Since it's a
should
giveaway,
know.
I thought it would be weird to put liquid in it.
Yeah, but you should. Oh, but they don't say it on the website or anything. I've seen that mug before.
I don't know.
It should have ounces.
Yeah, it should
That's
have.
a big mug.
I mean,
That's
maybe
like
if we had
30.
someone that ran like a mug website on here, they could tell us. But
Okay.
yeah, you see too many mugs.
Am I ruining it? Let's just let someone have it. Who won? Who won?
All right, guys, let's take a quick look at this, and then we're going to announce the winner.
Sorry.
And the winner is, congratulations to Scott Gilbert. You have won
Where did that Scott?
the zombie
Go,
belt
Scott!
in spectral blue from Lost Temple Traders.
There should be party music for when they win, so I don't look dumb. Thank you. Yeah. Oh my God.
Congratulations to Scott Gilbert. Oh, there we go.
That was the best winning.
Is that you, or is that
Do
the Menahune?
Every time you win. Menahune! can do it
guys.
right since I was
Scott Gilbert, you got to dance from Candy and the Search for Tiki.
Go, Scotty. Go, Scotty.
And with that said, Candy, that's
Sorry.
it. It's been an absolute pleasure. You don't need to say sorry. I had so much fun. Thank you for joining us. I know October is terrible for you because you got so much going on, but you still did it. You came on.
I have a wonderful, terrible, awesome family. I'm so grateful to have the family that I have. We all should be. We all should be.
And tell them I'm sorry.
Oh no, they're fine. My husband gives me thumbs up. He knows. I have the best husband in the world. God,
and he makes the good drinks.
Yeah,
so
I know, and he makes
November
like
1st. I'll be over. I'm ready for the drinks.
And in half an hour, I'm going to be on my floor. So it's happening.
Right. So to save Candy the embarrassment of conking out on camera, we're going to see you. Yeah. But guys, just a couple final shout outs. Plantation Rum. Thank you for sponsoring. We could not do 13 Nights of Tiki Frights without Plantation Rum.
Oh, so good too. Sea Diver, by the way.
So good. He's come up many times, but Holden Westland from Tiki Farm, thank you for supporting
not just 13
Nights of Tiki Frights, but the Search for Tiki from day one. And I love all this. I love all this, Candy.
Because I love them all.
Don the Beachcomber. Don the Beachcomber is coming back to Florida.
Yay! And that's
guys, it's so exciting. Yep.
Sorry.
If you have any questions about what the future of Don the Beachcomber looks like, go back, watch our video with Marie King. She talks all about it, and it looks awesome. So.
Yay!
Oh.
What happened?
Could have been bad, Candy. Yep.
I
held it in like you.
Should have let it out.
No.
If I had let all of them out, this interview would be like tops on YouTube right now.
Yep. But you didn't. Yeah. So now nobody's going to watch it.
No one's going to know.
There's no Candy belching.
Or no Gabe belching.
I'm out.
So our next one, we just let them out.
Let them out. And we set up the drinking game in advance for Tom.
Okay, so next time, me, you, and Toe are going to just let them out and drink it.
Okay.
Just a half-hour special. It won't be very long.
Such a trainer.
I warned you about me. I'm sorry. I love
great.
you. I'm so glad I met you. This has been awesome. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us, Candy. Our next guest is Kat Reeder on Thursday.
Yay!
Hawaii-based artist.
Woo!
Super talented. Tune in, guys. There's going to be another giveaway that goes live tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And with that said, thank you, Candy. And cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Happy Tiki Frights.